Hi, it's Theresa Bastian here with Let's Move Austin, and I have a little bit of conversation that I'm sharing with the sellers of properties that I'll be listing this spring. As we know, Austin is an extremely low inventory market, and homes are selling for prices that nobody expected. Sometimes we see the average price in a neighborhood change on a week-to-week basis. So for those sellers who are trying to determine a price, they don't want to leave any money behind. So we're really watching what's under contract in the neighborhood, what has accepted a contract in the week before their house lists. And ideally, we're having dialogue with those listing agents to find out how many people, how many offers were made on that house. How does that compare to the property we're about to list? We're trying to get really accurate, up-to-date data. In a more balanced market, we might look at the recent sales. Because the sales cycle of a real estate transaction is so long, waiting 4 to 6 weeks to get pricing information can be really put you behind the curve, and it's old information. So here we go a lot further and try to get the pricing on the current contracts. We're also cautioning our sellers not to price too high, because quite frankly, we feel there's value for our sellers in creating that kind of a buyer urgency in almost an auction-like atmosphere. Whereas if you price the house where the last house sold and add 5 or 10%, you might not get very many people through. At a certain point, buyers are putting the brakes on a little bit if they perceive the value's not there. Whereas the same house priced, say, $50,000 under the last sales price in the neighborhood may actually have the buyers bid the price all the way up over what you would have put it at anyway. But they're happy to do it because they feel that energy and that momentum, and they don't want someone else to get their shot. Do you know that most realtors require people to make appointments to see a house? And there's an online system that we use. It's fairly standard in the industry. And when you go online to book appointments for your buyers to see properties, you can see how many slots are available. So again, if you're priced way at the top and the neighbors aren't seeing cars in the cul-de-sac and, there's lots of availability to show it, kind of creates the sense that, well, maybe this is one we can wait on or pass on, or it's already overpriced. We don't want buyers to feel that way. We want them to feel like there's urgency and they would take everything out of their 401k to buy this house. That's how my sellers want to create that buyer bidding war, is to have the buyers create it themselves. So when we're pricing properties, we have an idea of what we're going to set the price at, but literally until like 2-3 days, maybe the night before we go live on the MLS, we're not setting that final price because we're watching every detail of every closing that comes through, every listing that goes under contract. So if you're thinking about selling in this market or you're curious what your home would sell for, you can reach out to me, 512-297-3442. Thank you.